Hi, welcome to my den. I felt very cozy and I decided to record a little video. I'm so tired, I can't speak. Sorry, but I thought I'd better give it a go and uh, and see what comes through. And the idea I had was the idea that came to my mind was to talk about intention, the importance of intention, and how we can benefit from setting intention in different actions that we're taking, and by doing that, um, receiving great insights into situations or experience a wonderful journey and learn something profound. So um, I just like to share how it felt doing that, like creating intentions, especially on things that um, sometimes we don't really think about setting intention. Like when we want to do a ritual or a kind of um, start a shamanic journey of any kind, um, we always set an intention to receive something in that journey and to receive a certain insight or um, messages through this journey. And we usually would do that in different ceremonies or rituals or any kind of activities that are designed to give us a very specific spiritual connection. Um, so the whole thing is happening on a different level for a certain purpose. So it becomes a magical action, a magical experience. Um, and and in recent years, I've noticed that a lot of times, for example, alcohol is never really considered a kind of I mean, not never. That's no. It's usually not considered as a shamanic tool. I mean, there are many ceremonies and many spiritual practices that use alcohol, but especially these days, when we think of a spiritual experience, it usually involves experiences that are done sober or um, done in a way connecting to a altered state through meditation, naturally, other than using substance. So alcohol is never really used or very rarely used. It is always used in pagan ceremonies and Wiccan ceremonies. There are always alcohol involved, but in other forms of spirituality, you rarely get alcohol. Usually is considered as something that probably confuses the mind or creates a negative kind of vibration, so it's not used. Um, and my experience of using alcohol as a shamanic tool has been very, very interesting, and I've had and I think I don't even remember why I started doing that and where exactly I got the idea of setting intention on whenever I was drinking alcohol. Now, let this be just an example of how an intention can turn something which is not necessarily used as a shamanic tool, how the intention can change that and create a very specific spiritual experience. I am not suggesting that everybody should start drinking or encourage the ones that are already drinking a lot to drink even more. I don't want it to be, I don't want to set a bad example. I'm just saying how something that is considered somehow mundane or negative can be used as a powerful tool for enlightenment in a way. So the way I've used my connection to alcohol was to um, before drinking, before starting drinking, I would talk to the glass and say what it is that I'm after. What is it that I want to achieve from connecting to you as a substance? Where do I want to go as you are like a vehicle that can take me places? Like so I just basically um, just ask the glass, ask the substance, that drink to help me deal with a certain issue or help me release a certain emotion. And usually, whenever I wanted to, especially go somewhere painful and somewhere that was usually is very we all want to escape from those places, and a lot of times we might drink alcohol in order to forget or in order not to go there. So I was, instead of seeing alcohol as a way to block that, I actually realized alcohol seemed to be acting like a vehicle to move either towards something or away something. So I decided to ask the alcohol to take me even deeper, willingly going to deep places and painful places that I usually didn't want to go, and just knowing that alcohol is really going to help me to find my way to that specific spot, because it can have a really heavy vibration. Or I don't know why, I don't understand them like how it might work, but I just feel that it has the ability to pull me towards something quite deep and dark and heavy emotion. So I did that every time I wanted to grieve, or I wanted to understand deeper emotions, or just get connected deeper to my dark old parts that I had neglected or didn't really want to visit. So just reconnected me to all of those spots with ease and very quickly. And the way it happened, it was with such weight every time that sometimes I just cried my eyes out, and then I immediately felt better, and as though something came through, and it wasn't like as if I was just revisiting something or repeating a pattern. It was really, it felt very therapeutic, and as though I could get really deep into my issue, into my pain, and really understand it and really feel it, and then just being able to release it by fully understanding it, or fully grasping its pain, by accepting it and owning it, I could just suddenly release them. So it just felt like a fantastic vehicle for that kind of interaction for me. So it's been a fascinating journey that I had in many dark days or different dark periods for the variety of reasons. I've managed to explore very deep emotions, just really access vulnerabilities that I didn't want to visit, and alcohol took me there because I asked it to willingly. And there is a certain joy in that. Maybe one could say it could seem masochistic, that you willingly wanting to put yourself through that kind of pain, um, and be so excited about it. It's just such an insane thing to do. And so there is a certain I don't know, it changes you when you're willing to do those things to yourself. Um, I feel more brave seeing what I'm capable of handling. So it kind of made me calmer, perhaps, or I don't know how it just managed to give me peace, so much peace, just going through very specific, complicated emotional um, complications, and then just, yeah, willingly go there and explore it. So I think it's like a stunt move. Um, and I'm sure it's a bit like that, as though I'm a emotional stunt woman. Just diving deep and knowing that I can get out anytime. I'm done here. So it's a very strange bungee jump into your emotions and just daringly doing that. So this is how it feels. There's a certain sense of like, I can do this. And it's fun. So it's, yeah, this is how I can compare. I haven't done anything like bungee jump or anything scary like that. Um, but um, yeah, emotionally, I've done a lot of like diving into really, really scary, dark places and jumping out and going in again. And, as you would just jump and enjoy it, uh, enjoy exploring it and being fascinated by the depth of and complexity of our emotions. So, yeah, it's been a alcohol's been a fantastic tool for me. The other thing, which is a very strange thing to do, um, I'm not sure again where I got the idea from and whether I made it up completely. Is setting intention. I'm sure there are many practices that would create that connection to food and what you eat and what you want to connect to through this act of eating and the substance that you're eating. So it's a very interesting kind of journey that you would have inwardly and also internally with an actual consciousness that you're consuming. It's just a very strange kind of dynamic. So even when I eat, I like to again set an intention, acknowledging what I'm eating and where it's come from and what it is, and asking it to share its wisdom with me or share its knowledge with me. And so as it's inside my body and I'm digesting it, I'm connecting to everything that is sharing with me as though I'm just meeting this spirit and this consciousness with so much to share, and there's so much, it's so vast, each, whether it's a meat substance, whether it's meat or a vegetable, like they have such a beautiful consciousness attached, and that can communicate, that you can communicate with, and really just go to very strange dimensions through that, and the vast amount of knowledge and just spiritual truth is in that world that is just so interesting when you connect to it and learn that way. Yeah, if you're willing to learn about a certain aspect of yourself, even um you could have this journey to just get information about yourself, nothing even outside of yourself, and you can get such deep analysis and deep beautiful perspective given to you by just having these conversations with consciousness and beings that are connected through different substances and through this physical world, through the physical substance. For example, the thing we drink and we eat, like how they could connect us to um, beings from another dimension or something completely out of this world. So it's just you can create the most profound and insane experiences that one could imagine just by I don't know, eating a carrot maybe. Just treating that as the magical act, setting intention into every bite and following the communication that is being created after that with the carrot consciousness. It's a fascinating world and just makes every little move so much more and fun. It's just um it's fantastic that how we can just make everything magical, how every little action could be seen as a magical act or a magical communication, and how insane it can get at the same time. To see everything in that way and look for meanings and communication in every little move. And yeah, is it can get very complex. So if you set an intention in every little thing you do, breathing, I mean, that's the most simple thing we do, and it's automatic. We're not even doing it. And if you even set intention on your breath and what your breath is about to do, just imagine how complicated it can get. Yeah, we can leave this physical world and physical rules in any moment with any intention if you decide. It's it's a great fun. It's a great fun. But yes, I'll try to usually keep it simple and not go there. um, because I can overcomplicate everything, and sometimes the most beautiful thing about a moment is its simplicity. And I'm definitely drawn to enjoy the simplicity of moments just a lot more than trying to make everything layers of different reality, because there's so much in this moment with a candle or in the darkness. There's just so much that you can enjoy. You don't need to immediately connect yourself to worlds beyond here and bring in different elements from somewhere else, because there's just so much that is happening here already. You can get connected and tuned into just that, the simplicity of it. But yeah, um, how much do I set intention these days consciously? I forget sometimes. It's easy to forget. It's easy to um, get stuck in the physical and its rhythms. It's so simple. But yeah, the more you remember, the more you remind yourself that um, there's just so much more going on, and there's so much you can do, and there's just endless. That possibilities are endless, and just go with it and imagine it, and just enjoy the fun. Yeah, it just makes every second just so valuable and exciting. So yeah, like it's nice. It's nice to remind myself that hey, magical living. It's quite easy. I hope um, I hope we all live more magically by the second.